Yo, if I'm being fucking serious, and I ain't even want to swear, because we awaken and all.
Yeah, we are.
But at the same time, this police brutality is really pissing me off.
My guy has to stop.
At the fact that there's a cop that literally took his hand and put it on a team to provoke him.
Nah, he ain't do that.
And then arrested him for it. See, these cops is wildin'. And I'm from the fire. Literally. I'm from the fire where we stand against police who be talking sideways out they mouth. I'm from the fire where the cops fight teens cause we try and stand strong for our rights. I'm from the fire with a new generation, more Malcolm cause we realize he was right. And my brother, he was right. I'm from the fire where we don't take L's and they wanna throw down, we can fight. Yeah, I said melanated people, we are God's expression. We about to rise, that's my premonition. Listen with your eyes, God wants our attention. The power in our hands, let's start making these corrections. Keys to ignition, so let's choose our own direction. Been asking for a minute, so it's time we take what's ours. Get down and lay down, no deal with them cowards. They don't care for us, only our pockets they devour. They never finna change, this the pain that I feel. All I know is that black people need to heal. Every single day, man, they really looking killing us, man. And they expect us to trust them, they never that. I'ma have to stand tall, do everything I need to do for my people, dawg. Facts, I be making hella moves in my community, about to build a unity and fight against oppression. B, I'm from the fire where we stand against police who be talking sideways out they mouth. I'm from the fire where the cops fight teens cause we try and stand strong for our rights. I'm from the fire with a new generation, more Malcolm cause we realize he was right. And my brother, he was right. I'm from the fire where we don't take L's and they wanna throw down, we can fight.
Today I'm here to introduce to you a very special gentleman. His name is Bradley Soufran. He ran at a very young age for mayor in the city of Brockton. He has been known to make changes and influence changes. Today he has a special word for us, and I'd like you all to meet Mr. Bradley. Bradley, how are you?
I'm good, I appreciate that, brother. I really appreciate that. Thank you for having me on and thank you for giving me the opportunity to have this conversation with you.
Bradley, you're very welcome. It is my privilege to actually receive you here. Bradley, what is your message and why are we here?
Well, my message just in general as an individual is to stand for something or fall for anything. And currently we're here to shed light on different tactics we could use as individuals who are tired of the ills and social constructs that affect us personally, to unify and make a difference in ways that are going to benefit the majority as opposed to the minority.
Okay. So, what are the problems that you think needs that type of solution?
Well, I think it starts with the individual.
Okay.
We are a reflection of how we feel within, and we treat people how we treat ourselves. And currently, the toxic atmosphere breeds individuals who are antisocial.
Okay.
I say that to say that those who walk by you in the train, those who walk by you on the bus, those you walk by in school and say nothing to, probably go through the same social ills that you go through. But the social ill will never change solely because of the fact that we've been bred and socially constructed to believe that we're different. I believe that though we may be different in culture, though we may be different in lineage, we have a unifying factor being in this nation right here. And we must seek to understand our surroundings to understand who we are. And that is just flesh, a spirit, and a mind with two eyes that can see, in my opinion.
So, you're saying that the division is not really a division because we have way too many things in common if we spend the time to truly realize it.
Yes.
That's very powerful. And what does that do for us?
Well, I think that puts us in a position to be a unified front.
Okay.
And only through unity can change be manifested. Through division, we remain conquered in our state of depression, in our state of poverty, and in our state of gentrification.
You know, I think I can relate to that because compartmentalization has always been a very strong attribute to the government. Creating that differentiation in levels allows to have a better control, of the mass, and I do see that in most of our cities, where we have a stigma that black folks really are scared of each other. It's actually constructed facts where two people walking and they're black, they'll be scared of each other. And but if you spend the time to really sit down and listen to the story of the other, you realize you have way much more things in common than anything else. And I think I understand where you're going, because we do need that unity. But how can we be unified when we have so much baggage, so much, I think I would call it stimuli that are around us? Just think about the social media. We're always busy on our phone. We're always on the phone. We're always doing things, and we have bills left and right. We work 16 hours days. We don't have time. How can we literally spend the time to even, like you said, reach out to the neighbor that we do not know? How can we unify each other when there is so much division at our level?
In my humble opinion, brother, which I do not have all the answers, but I must say that it's a proven fact that the average individual spend at least 5 to 6 hours on their phone. And if social media is made to connect individuals throughout the world, then we could utilize that platform to push, I don't want to say propaganda, but positive propaganda that reinforces independent
saying you're not
thinking.
going to do propaganda.
I didn't want to say it, but it is what it is.
All right. What do we call it? More of interaction, social interaction that has a specific goal.
My brother, that sounds greater, and we can most definitely go with that. But
Now,
that concept is the most important in my opinion. We have to utilize all platforms to push an agenda that's going to make it a trend to unify, to get to know the person next to you, to get to know even your own family members, to get to know yourself. It has to become a trend in 2019, and that is how the youth, that is how the millennials, that is how even the adults will follow it.
Okay. I believe that it is a very powerful idea, and I think it would be a greater position to see it becoming reality. And I guess we have the right man right now to actually help us through that path. And Bradley, I gotta say it, as a young man, you actually have an old soul.
Thank you, brother.
You're very welcome, my friend.
Thank you.
So then again, I wish you all to have ears out there for young Bradley here. And hopefully if he has a good solution for us in order to unify, I would suggest all of us to take that path. Again, this was Jeff.
And this is Bradley. And I definitely appreciate you all watching. And would I be able to say one more thing?
Absolutely. The mic is yours.
I would say, just to close out, if you're in a position right now where every day that you wake up, you do not feel as though what you're doing is beneficial for your legacy. You got to think about the legacy, right? We got to think about the future. We got to think about the generations that's to come in this country. Not only in this country, but in this world. The social ills and social constructs of today has made us feel as though we are all different from one another. I used to believe that verbatim. When I learned the truth about the history of this country, when I learned the truth about this nation, it made me resent those who resembled my oppressor. And then I started to realize that those who resembled my oppressor are not the ones oppressing me today. It is my own mental shackle. It is my own spiritual shackle. It is the karma from the ancestors that lived before me that was making me go through the reality and paradigm of depression. I had to wake up and see something greater for not only myself, but for the community. And I'm not just talking about Brockton, I'm not just talking about Boston, I'm talking about the human community. In my reality as a young man, I believe that in 2019, going into 2020, we can create a movement that the world has never seen before. For we have social media, for we have music, we have the arts, and not only that, but our generation is the only generation that questions and says why. Why do we have to listen to you? Why do we have to follow your laws? Why? Who left you in charge? Because in reality, we are the future. Lawyers, doctors, leaders, politicians, presidents, vice presidents, you name it. So in the present, we must act like what we already are in the future. Peace.
Where we stand against police who be talking sideways out they mouth. I'm from the fire where the cops fight teens, cause we try to stand strong for our rights. I'm from the fire with a new generation, more Malcolm, cause we realize he was right. I'm from the fire where we don't take L's, and they wanna throw down, we can fight.
I find out here, for my rights, something that was really God-given. Why these cops tripping? I don't wanna hear no excuses, none of that rah-rah, no nuisance. Gotta be strapped like a Malcolm with the rifle out the window. And feeling the pain, all these kings and these queens really been through. Give me my crown, put respect on my name, gotta change the game. After police, that's been on my mind, suppressed since the dawn of time. Cause the melanin in our skins, for the simple fact we were just predestined. Working 9 to 5 just to survive. Word about it now, but we stay alive. And I'm coming here, trying to stay alive. Feel about it how I coming in.
I'm from the fire where we stand against police who be talking sideways out they mouth. I'm from the fire where the cops fight teens, cause we try to stand strong for our rights. I'm from the fire with a new generation, more Malcolm, cause we realize he was right.